All right, so are you ready to get a little spooky today?
Always up for a good scare. What do we have?
Well, you know how much I love a good locked room mystery.
Oh, yeah. Can't go wrong with a classic like that.
Exactly. So that's what we're diving into today, a short story all about, well, a mysterious locked room in this old apartment.
Ooh, sounds intriguing already.
It is. It really is. The setting is this historic brownstone, very atmospheric, and our main character is this new tenant, Daniel. He's the curious type, maybe a little too curious for his own good.
I sense this isn't going to end well for Daniel.
Let's just say there's a reason people say curiosity killed the cat.
All right, I'm hooked. So tell me more about this locked room. What makes it so spooky?
Well, right from the start, it's clear that something's off. This room is right at the end of the hallway in Daniel's apartment. It's locked up tight. And the landlord, totally silent about it.
Classic horror movie trope. If someone's being that evasive, you know there's something they don't want you to find out.
Exactly. And then there are the sounds. Every night, like clockwork, at 3:15 a.m., Daniel starts hearing this scratching coming from behind the door.
3:15 a.m. Isn't that like the witching hour or something?
Yeah, it's that time when things are supposed to get a little weird, right? The author definitely knows what they're doing with that detail. It makes you think about all those spooky superstitions, like the veil between worlds being thinnest at that hour.
Ooh, I get chills just thinking about it. So it's just scratching, nothing else.
At first, it's just scratching, but then it starts to change. It evolves.
Oh, that's even creepier. How so?
Well, the scratching gets more intense, and then it's like there are muffled voices, almost like whispers. You get this feeling that whatever is trapped in there is getting stronger, or maybe it's trying to communicate.
Ooh, okay, yeah, that's unsettling. So the tension is building now. What happens next? Does Daniel ever find out what's behind the door?
He does. On the 7th night, the door is suddenly open.
Okay, I would not be brave enough to go in there. But I guess Daniel doesn't have a choice.
Nope, he's drawn to it. And what he finds is, well, let's just say it's worse than anything we could have imagined.
Lay it on. What's in the room?
First, the room itself is just creepy.
Yeah.
The wallpaper's peeling. There's this one lone chair in the center.
Yeah.
Everything's covered in dust and cobwebs. It's like this image of decay and neglect. But then there's the other thing.
There's something else. Besides the creepy atmosphere. Ah, this is going to be good. Or bad, I guess, depending on how you look at it.
There's a figure in the room.
Yeah.
A man. And he looks exactly like Daniel.
Whoa, hold on. A doppelganger. That's seriously messed up.
Yeah, it is. And the doppelganger's just standing there, pale, unmoving, and he's got this smile on his face.
Oh, no, the creepy smile. That always makes it 10 times worse. Why is it that a smile can be so terrifying in the right context?
It's like it's mocking us, like it knows something we don't.
Totally. It's like a perversion of something that's supposed to be good and comforting. Like, we associate smiles with happiness and warmth, but here it becomes something sinister. It really messes with your head.
And the thing is, this doppelganger, it represents something bigger, something deeper.
You mean like a psychological element? What do you think it represents in this story?
I think it represents the unknown. All the things that we're afraid of but can't quite name. The things that go bump in the night. The things that hide in the shadows.
That makes sense. The doppelganger is like a physical manifestation of Daniel's curiosity, of his desire to unlock what should have remained hidden. And the fact that it looks like him suggests it's somehow a part of him, like a dark reflection of his own psyche.
Exactly. It's a reminder that sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones we create ourselves, or the ones we unleash by poking around where we shouldn't.
So what happens to Daniel? Does he escape from this doppelganger of his?
That's the thing. We don't know. The story ends with Daniel just standing there, staring at his doppelganger. He never leaves the room. By morning, the door is locked again.
Wait, does that mean?
It's left up to the reader to decide, but the implication is pretty clear. The doppelganger has taken Daniel's place. It's out there now, walking around in his skin.
That is so chilling. The thought that something else could be wearing your face, living your life, it's the ultimate violation.
And it plays on our fear of losing our identity, of being replaced by something we don't understand, something potentially malicious.
So basically, this story is a giant no PE to ever being curious about anything ever again.
Pretty much.
But jokes aside, this deep dive has really gotten me thinking. What I find so effective about this story is how it uses such a simple premise, a locked room, to tap into so many of our deepest fears. The fear of the unknown, the fear of our own darker impulses, the fear that something might be lurking just beyond our perception.
It reminds us that horror isn't always about jump scares and gore. Sometimes the most terrifying things are the ones we can't fully see or understand. The things that whisper to us from behind locked doors and leave us questioning our own reality.
And that ending, the ambiguity of it is just masterful. It leaves you with this lingering sense of unease. You know something terrible has happened, but you don't know the specifics. Your mind fills in the blanks, and that's often scarier than anything the author could have explicitly written.
This has definitely given me a lot to think about. I don't think I'll ever look at a locked door the same way again. Who knows what might be waiting on the other side, or who might be waiting to get out.
Right. Sometimes the best mysteries are the ones that remain unsolved. They let our imaginations run wild, and that can be both thrilling and terrifying. It makes you wonder, what if all the locked doors we encounter in our lives are better left unopened?
That's a thought to sleep on, isn't it?
Definitely not getting any sleep tonight. Thanks for the nightmares.
Anytime. And to everyone listening, sweet dreams.